Hello friends, this is a part 2 video in the laws relating to tort playlist. In this video, we will be discussing damnum sine injuria and injuria sine damnum. In this subject JIGL, we study all law related chapters. We should know the meaning of legal maxims, and writing these legal maxims will get you better marks in exams. If you notice in the two maxims, damnum sine injuria and injuria sine damnum, the three words are rearranged in both maxims. The three words are damnum, sine and injuria. Now, I will explain the meaning of these three words. Damnum means damage or loss or any harm in respect of money, comfort, health, etc. of the person. Sine means without. Injuria means an injury. Here they mention as infringement of legal rights. Rather than explaining these two legal maxims separately, I will explain in comparative basis so that it will give you clear-cut understanding. Damnum sine injuria. In damnum sine injuria, a person will suffer a damage, but there is no infringement of legal right, and it will not amount to tort. As there is no violation in the legal right, it will not amount to tort, and it is not actionable under any law. Injurious sine damnum. In injurious sine damnum, there will be a breach in the legal right of the person, but it is not resulted in any damage for that person. So, it will amount to tort. Infringement of legal right itself is actionable even though there is no damage. Now, I explain this concept with example. For example, Mr. Akhil opens a new mobile shop near Mr. Vimal's mobile shop. Because of that, Vimal incurred huge loss. My question is whether Akhil's activity amount to tort. The answer is no. The reason is loss that is incurred on result of lawful business competition are not actionable under any law. Even though Vimal suffered a loss like loss of customers, loss of money, loss of profit, it is Akhil's right to start a business anywhere in India. So Akhil's activity will not amount to tort. The next example is for injuria sine damnum. The best example for injuria sine damnum is trespassing. Trespassing into others' land without their permission. In this case, Mr. Vijay walks across Mr. Sanjay's land without the permission of Sanjay. My question is whether the act of Vijay will amount to tort. The answer is yes. Because in this scenario, there is a breach in Sanjay's legal right. Even though the Sanjay has suffered no damage, which means no loss, the Vijay's act will amount to tort. I hope that you understand these two legal maxims. Like I said that this is one of the video in the law of tort playlist. I will complete the other topics in law of tort in the upcoming videos. Thanks for watching. Do subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further updates. See you all in the next video. Thank you.